If there is any truth to mythology, this time it will work because this is take 7 and that's a sacred number. So here we go one more time, and I sure hope it works because I'm getting thirsty from all this talking. Mythology teaches many truths and many questions. One of the truths it teaches is that it is dangerous to go into the spirit world. If you take a look at the story of Jesus, you will find he goes into the desert for 40 days and 40 nights. Satan, who is otherwise known as the tempter, shows up and tries as hard as he can to move Jesus off the path that Jesus is on. He fails, but he does not quit. He then retires until another appropriate time, which he finds in the Garden of Gethsemane. Krishna runs into great temptations. Buddha runs into great temptations. All of the spiritual masters that we are able to read about because they were so good that various cultures saved their stories have all been tempted. And became very close to failing. Some would say they did fail. I'm not going to put judgment on them. I don't really have the right to do that. But they all were tempted, and they all faced real, honest danger. And that's what I want you to understand. If you are seriously going to become a person involved in the spirit world, and that to me means somebody who goes to church or a synagogue or temple, someone who prays, who accepts the fact that there are other worlds that we are part of, even if we cannot see them, then you had best learn your mythology. Because if you don't, you're going to be in trouble. I know because I've gotten into trouble when I didn't learn my mythology and understand it. You will too. That is really all this little short message is about. I want you to be safe. I want you to learn and to study and to prepare yourself. Because if you don't, you can get hurt. If you take a look at the stories that we have, Christian, Jewish, doesn't matter. I'm going to go with the Christian because they're the ones I'm more conversant with. John the Baptist, from the moment he was conceived, if you read the story and believe it, and I do because it's a mythological story that tells truth, he was chosen for a particular role and function. Many are called, but few are chosen. He was chosen, didn't have a choice. And he spent his life living in the desert, wearing rough clothing, and eating real plain food, and becoming prepared for the ministry, the mission that he had. Jesus spent the first 30 years of his life, give or take a day, learning, studying. At least I think he did. We don't really know what he did between 13 and 30, but he was precocious as a child. He comes back as a prophet. He was doing something that helped him get prepared, I think. But the culmination of his preparation is 40 days and 40 nights in the desert. I believe it's Krishna, and don't bet my soul on this one, I could be wrong, that for his final spiritual insight declared to the gods he was going to stand up on one big toe of his right or left foot, I don't know which, until he received enlightenment. The stories go on. It takes a battle to do this. And this is a battle you can lose. There is mythology in the First Nations on the west coast of Canada that says you'll come up against a two-headed sea serpent on a spirit quest. And if you lose this, he's going to do some really ugly things to you. The Plains Indians all had ways and means of getting in touch with the spirit world. And they all involved real, honest danger. This is not a road you can take without risk. So I'll say it again, and then I'll say so long for now. If you're going to get involved, get prepared. Read the stories of the masters. Learn from them. Keep yourself safe. Because if you don't, you're in trouble. Take care. Goodbye. And I love you.